But I've been seeing that happen a lot more, where when you have a DJ in the back and you have a lot of people in the front kind of like riding the rails and kind of shaking them and stuff like that, it is starting to become more of a norm to be able to do. And in here, like, it's confusing because number one, you're not actually holding on to rails unless you actually have a full-size concert rail in your room that you're kind of doing this in real time. I mean, more power to you if you do. But at the same time, too, like certain venues feature certain vocal restrictions. You know, like, I mean, we all know Shelter. It's very hard to talk in Shelter. Sanctum kind of does the same
Oh
thing where you're
yeah.
just having a hard time talking to each other. But I've been seeing that becoming more popular where people are coming up front. Maybe they're dancing, they're getting more involved. Do you think it's because they're so
Yeah.
involved with the music, or they're trying to recreate what it's like in the club? Or do you think it's because they also know that visually it will probably end up on social media somewhere?
Definitely a lot of I feel like a lot of people now when they create maps, they kind of want to go for a more realistic feel. And definitely a lot of clubs IRL do have very confined spaces, especially if it's like a small underground like bunker or a warehouse or an abandoned building or something like that. A lot of places are very small, and being able to recreate that inside of VR is very cool. And Shelter does it really well too, where it's like, especially that little warehouse. Well, it's a big warehouse, but the actual room itself is tiny. But the warehouse is, it's honestly, it's really cool. And not being able to really hear anybody or speak to anybody inside there is also like it can be annoying for some people, but I think honestly, personally, it's really cool. It's very realistic. And I was kind of experimenting with that too, in a way. We was testing out new audio for 3D audio, but to where it actually sounds good. And Contain's doing that too with the new Cuposonics sort of audio system, which is really cool too. Uh, I feel like what really triggers the sort of noise thing, especially with 3D audio, is voice fall off. I feel like does it a lot because when I removed voice fall off, everything was back to normal. So I feel like 3D audio fucks with voice fall off a little bit, and it's like it then becomes impossible to hear people.
Is it as complicated as maybe many people believe it to be, where you can just kind of walk into a club and ask for a promoter or an owner, or maybe shoot them an email? What would you think would be a good idea for most of the DJs in here looking to go local?
So you mean like a VR chat native DJ trying to get into the local scene IRL?
Yeah.
Um so I think that it's kind of the same as VR chat where like when I first got on VR chat and I like was comfortable in with the rave scene and everything, I started messaging like as many club owners as I could for the clubs that I wanted to DJ at. Um and the number one lesson is they can only say no. The most they can say is no. So don't be afraid of rejection. So I think that transferring that to IRL, you need to show face. I get that a lot where new DJs want to play for a certain collective IRL, and they pretty much just say like the booking agent will literally just say show face, like come to the club and show face during an event, or um, just get their number or something like that to contact them. As long as it's not like you randomly sending a message digitally, I think it really matters if you show face and try to meet people in person. It definitely leaves an impression, and I feel like 9 times out of 10 they're going to give you a chance.